Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video on the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. Okay, I wanted to talk about Louis Gossett Jr. Um, there's some breaking news that he's passed on. Okay, of course we know Louis Gossett Jr. was a great actor in Hollywood. I never heard a lot about Louis Gossett Jr. I definitely loved his movies. I had not seen him in any movies in a while. Um, Hold on one second. I had not. But he's definitely been in a lot of movies, from Sanford and Son to there was a movie that he was in that I always loved growing up called The Principal. Um, he was in Good Times, all of those movies, right? I mean, all of those sitcoms, those black sitcoms, The Cosby Show. But it says Louis Gossett Jr. was still a teen, fresh off of a successful Broadway run where he landed at LAX and headed to Beverly Hills in a cherry red Ford Fairlane, feeling on top of the world. He didn't get far before the cops pulled him over, saying he matched a description of someone they were looking for. A few miles later, it happened again. And then again, by the time he got to the Beverly Hills Hotel, a squad car rolled up and the officers handcuffed Gossett to a tree as they tried to figure out what a black man was doing in town. Welcome to Hollywood, the Oscar winning actor wrote years later in the memoir, An Actor and a Gentleman, recounting his inaugural trip to LA in 1967. Welcome to reality. For Gossett, it was just another painful reminder that as a black actor, no matter the awards, no matter the acclaim, the barriers will always be high, the odds always long. I had to act as if I was second class. I had to behave myself, he told the Times in 2008. The only time I was really free was when the director said action in front of a camera or on the stage. That's when I flew. Forever remembered for his career defining roles in An Officer and a Gentleman and the influential television miniseries Roots. Gossett died Thursday night in Santa Monica. His nephew told the Associated Press no cause of death was revealed. He was 87 years old. Much like Jesse Jackson and Andrew Young's lifelong devotion to civil rights movement, Gossett had been present for many of the iconic moments of Black theater, film, and television over the last half century. He appeared with Sidney Poitier in A Raisin in the Sun. That is definitely one of my favorites. Y'all, please go look at A Raisin in the Sun, you guys. They remade it, not the remake with Florida Evans in it. I'm talking about the very first one, okay, with Sidney Poitier in it. I love that. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna look at it today. When racial stereotyping in the movies was still in full bloom, he won an Emmy as a slave named Fiddler in Roots in 1977, as ABC fretted rather the series should be shown in the Deep South, and win an Academy Award for his role as the steely, no-nonsense drill sergeant in An Officer and Gentleman. Failed to turn on the spigot for the more meaningful roles. Gossett maxed his anger with drugs and alcohol and then rescued himself with activism. Okay, it says Louis Cameron Gossett Jr. was born May 27, 1936, and raised in Sheepsheds Bay, New York, not far from Coney Island. His mother, Helen, was a nurse, and his father, Louis, was a porter. He aspired to be a basketball player, but thought it might be best to study medicine, in part so his mother could proudly introduce him as my son, the doctor. At 17, a high school English teacher, pulled Louis aside and told him there was a theater company looking for a young black actor with little to no acting experience. Louis Gossett auditioned and won the role in Take a Giant Step, a coming of age story that opened on Broadway. I knew nothing about acting. He told NPR in 2010, I had not even seen it play. A 6'1" point guard, Lewis tried out with the New York Knicks when he was a student at the New York University, but put basketball and school aside when acting roles kept rolling in. By the time he was 23, he was in starring roles alongside Portier in A Raisin in the Sun, first on Broadway, then on film. He also appeared opposite James Earl Jones and Cicely Tyson in The Black Ops, an off-Broadway production with an all-black cast that ran for 1,408 performances. But by the late 60s, he was living in LA and struggling to find work. He turned to songwriting and handed off one of his songs, Handsome Johnny, to musician Richie Havens, who recorded the anti-war song for his 1966 album Mixed Bag and later performed it at Woodstock. Gossett said the song ended up saving him from eviction. An $11,750 royalty check arriving just as movers were prepping to haul out his furniture. Roots, the sweeping story of a Black family, struggles from enslavement to post-Civil War life changed careers and attitudes in Hollywood with its success and powerful storyline for Gossett. However, it felt all too familiar. I was raised an only child, but I was also raised with 25 or 30 cousins, he told the Times in 1996. My grandparents and aunts could take care of all of the kids when our parents were working. And in the summertime, we'd all ship south to the farms in South Carolina or Georgia. And it goes on to tell a long story about him. I don't want to read everything, but he was definitely an accomplished actor. I don't believe that with all of the credits that he has, I think that he was definitely underrated. Definitely should have been alongside Morgan Freeman and um I can't think of the other guy's name right now. um the black guy. I see him in my head, but I don't know why I can't think of his name. But they were all great actors, and he was definitely an underrated uh great actor, although he's been in many movies. He kind of remind me of that other actor too. I cannot think of his name. Oh God, he's been in so many movies. But hey, rest in peace to him. Rest in peace. He lived a long time. He was almost 90 years old. I'm so happy when things are for you, they're just for you. He had his life planned out another way, but God had it planned already. It was already written. And so what's for you, you just walk right into it because it's already written. You just walk into it. And so that's why I think people kind of get frustrated when, they spend their life trying to post barriers for people, and you may be delayed for a little while, but it's never denied, because when it's for you, a devil in hell can't stop it. They create bad karma for themselves. But rest in peace to him. They're giving him his flowers now when they should have been giving him his flowers for all of his accomplishments in his career. Think about he was talking about the depressive times that he had. Because there are a lot of hungry days in Hollywood. If you listen to any of the actors, when they go out there, even when they have big movies, if they don't have anything to follow that up, they can starve, right? Because hey, Black actors don't get paid what they should. Okay, get paid. They talk about that all the time, right? So they're having to, if they're not consistently in movies, you can't starve. I think about the lady, I forget her name, but y'all know she played in The Color Purple as Suge Avery. And she said that was a big role back in the 80s that she was able to get in Color Purple. But you didn't see her in too many more movies, Suge Avery. Her name was Suge Avery. Let me see what her real name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Suge Avery in Color Purple. I want to say her real name. They're not even showing her real name. Shit. And she's so beautiful. Let me put the original. The original Margaret Avery is her name. Margaret Avery um is her name. And I thought about, she said that after that role, she didn't get a lot of roles. And she is so freaking pretty. She said that what she had to do was, because she was about to starve, she went back to school, got her um degree in psychology, and became a psychiatrist, either a psychiatrist or a psychologist, and opened up a practice. And that's what she does. That's what she did. That's what she was doing. Just like Harpo, the original Harpo. He says he knew that how it was in Hollywood. He was a correction officer in LA. And he said that he had been there so long, whenever they needed him for a role or something, he took a leave of absence. He knew that he could not quit his job, and that's where he retired from, because you can starve in Hollywood. He was a correction officer. So the real Harpo, okay, Harpo, who this woman? I love The Color Purple. A lot of Black actors who really has made Hollywood a lot of money, because us as Black people, we love it when we see Black people in movies, and we go to the movies, hey, to see them, and they get paid pennies, almost starving. So that has to change, right? And we can change it as the consumers, because we're the ones with all the powers. We can make the demands because we're the ones spending the money. But anyways, rest in peace to Louis Gossett Jr. Job well done. I want to say that. Definitely a great actor. I think I'm gonna look at The Principal today. Okay, I'm gonna look at The Principal. Let me see Louis Gossett Jr.'s roles, because y'all might want to go look at some of his movies today. Let's see. All of his roles. He played in Roots. Ooh, he played in a lot of movies. I just said that Roots. They're saying he played in The Color Purple. Was he in The Color Purple in 2023? He played in Iron Eagle, Jaws 3D, The Principal. As I said, that's one of my favorite movies. The Deep. He played in Daddy's Little Girls, Cover Up, A Raisin in the Sun. He played in a lot of police movies. He played in a lot. He's got a lot of movies. The Streets of LA, The Inspector, Monumentum, The White Dawn, The Perfect Game. I think my mama loves that movie, The Perfect Game. Them little boys like to play baseball. So he definitely has a great catalog, of course. Yeah, The Inspectors. Yes, he did. The Choir Boys. Yeah, rest in peace to him. The Officer and the Gentleman. I guess he was in The Color Purple, the remake Color Purple. That's what it's saying. He was in the remake. Digstown. I've always loved Jaws. Foster Boy, Carolina Skeletons. I'm gonna go look at that. Yeah, The Good Man Africa. Oh, the Josephine Baker Story, one of my favorite movies. Oh my God, I love that movie. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to him. Rest in peace to him, of course. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that right quick. Okay, rest in peace to him. He lived a long life. Job well done in Hollywood. Definitely underrated, but was a great actor. Okay, I think it's unfortunate that they get their flowers when they're no longer here, and we got to start, giving them their flowers, because they did some groundbreaking stuff. They broke a lot of barriers for other Black actors and stuff. Okay. All right, you guys, if you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App or Super Thanks. I love you guys. Speak with you later.